Hello students. In my previous video, I have started with you all with your unit 4 of your chapter number 1, that is operators in Java. I have explained you all the first slide which is displayed over here about operands, what is called as operands and what is called as operators. I have given you the difference between arithmetical expression as well as arithmetical statement. I have even told you the three types of operators, that is your forms of operators, that is unary operator, unary plus operator, unary minus operator, unary increment and decrement operator. Yes, so in your unary operator, what is happening, which is applied, this operator is applied to a single operand. Unary plus operator, what is happening over here is this operator is used before the operand and the result is the same as the value of a variable. Okay. In your unary minus is also working the same as unary plus operator. It is also used before the operand, but what happens, it will reverse the sign of an operand in your result. Okay, if in the variable the value is plus 4, it will give you the result as minus 4. If in the variable it is minus 5, it will give you the result as plus 5. Okay, then I have told you about unary increment and decrement operator. Okay, unary increment, that is plus plus, increases the value of an operand by 1, and unary decrement operator, that is minus minus, decreases the value of an operand by 1. Okay, I have told you about this. Then I have even explained you about prefix and postfix, the difference between the prefix and postfix. In your prefix, what happens is the increment or decrement operator is been applied before the operand. Okay, the increment and decrement operator is been applied before the operand. They are called as prefix operators. It works on the principle of change before action. It means the value of a variable changes before the operation takes place. I have told you about the example explanation also. Okay, that is plus p into 4. So what happens, actually the variable value is 5. As it is incremented plus p into 4, if it is happening, means what, it will change before the action. That means the value of your variable increases by 1, so it becomes 6 into 4, that is 24. Okay, the same is working with that of your decrement operator. Just see d equals to 11. Okay, wherein which d equals to 4 plus minus d. Okay, so wherein which 4 plus change before the action, as the variable value is 11, minus d means it will decreases by 1. Okay, that becomes 10. So 4 plus 10 equals to 14. So this is related to your prefix operator, change before action, remember, for your prefix. And for your postfix, the unary operator is used after an operand. Okay, prefix mein unary operator has been used before the operand, but in postfix unary operator has been used after the operand whose value is to be increased or decreased by 1. This works on the principle of change after the action. So what is the principle under postfix? It will change the value of a variable after the operation, after the action has been taken place. Okay, so example is here, that is p equals to 5, p plus plus into 4 is been given. So p equals to 5, what happens, it will be the same as the value of your variable given, that is 5, Why? Because the operation changes after the action taken place. Okay, so 5 into 4, that is 20. But here why the action has not been taken place afterwards? Because your expression ends up over here. The expression ends up over here. If it could be as plus p again or minus p again, so what happens? The one increment will be given to the next expression here. Okay, as it is ending up over here, so the resultant value is given over here and stopped. Cleared? Yes. So after this I will continue with my topic, that is shorthand operation. From here I have to explain in this video for you. Shorthand operation means here the expression has been written in the short form. The expressions are written in the short form. Example, if A is equal to A plus B, so 2 times A is been over here, A is equal to A plus B, 2 times A is written. So this expression can be written as A plus equals to B. It can be written as A plus equals to B, and whereas if it is D equals to D divided by 2, can be written as D divided by equals to 2. Okay, the only thing that you have to remember that the variable must be same before and after the assignment operator. This variable must be same before the assignment operator, before and after the assignment operator. That is, here it is A, after the assignment operator is also A. Shorthand operation can be performed only when the variable is same before and after the assignment operator. At the time of shorthand expression can be performed. It can be performed. Okay, is that clear? So shorthand expression can also be done only and only when the variables are same before and after the assignment operator. Clear? Next comes binary arithmetic operator. Okay, binary arithmetic operator. An arithmetic operator which deals with 2 operands is known as binary arithmetic operator. Okay, so whichever operator which deals with 2 operands is called as binary arithmetic operator. That is, example is your daily arithmetical operators that you know as plus, minus, into, divide, modulus, etc. Next comes ternary operator. Ternary operator is also known as conditional assignment. Okay, ternary operator is also known as conditional assignment. These operators deal with 3 operands. Binary operator deals with 2 operands. Ternary operator deals with 3 operands. It is also called as conditional assignment statement. It is also called as conditional assignment statements because the value assigned to a variable depends upon a logical expression. Okay, because the value assigned to the variable depends upon a logical expression. Just see the syntax of your ternary operator, how it is working. Syntax is variable equals to test expression, question mark, expression 1 is to expression 2. Now I have told you as, I told it as question mark. What is that question mark? That question mark is actually a ternary operator. It is actually a ternary operator. So variable, you are checking for the test condition. As ternary operator is called as conditional assignment statement, you are testing your statement over here. Variable equals to test expression equal ternary operator, expression 1 is to expression 2. So if your statement 1 is true, that will be given to your variable. If not, expression 1 is true, the second expression will be given to your variable. Okay, so variable contains expression 1. If the test condition is true, the variable contains expression 1 if the test expression 1 is true, or else expression 2 if it is false. Same thing I told just now. If expression 1 is true, it will be stored into your variable, or if it is not true, then the false expression 2 will be stored into your variable. Clear? Yes? So do remember, ternary operator deals with 3 operands and the operator sign for ternary operator is question mark, and the syntax for your ternary operator is equals to variable equals to test expression question mark expression 1 is to expression 2, and your ternary operator is also called as conditional assignment operator. Okay, next, just see over here an example for your ternary, that is minus a equals to 5, a equals to 5, b equals to 3. So max equals to a greater than b question mark a is to b. So what is max? Max is the variable name. Max is the variable name. Here the value of 5 is stored in max. Why? Because you are checking for the test expression over here. A greater than b, 5 greater than 3. What happened? So expression 1, that is a is been stored into max, that is 5 is been stored into max, as a greater than b expression is true. Clear? Yes? Min equals to a greater than b greater than a is to b. What happened in this value? For the variable name min, value 3 is been stored in min, as b is greater than a. The statement, the test expression is false. Understood? Yes, this is relating to your ternary operator. Next comes types of operators that we are learning, that comes in your operators in Java, that is arithmetical operator, relational operator, logical operator, precedence of logical operator. Okay, then just look into arithmetical operators used to perform arithmetical calculation, you know it. Relational operator is used to show the relationship between two operands. Relational operator is used to show the relationship between two operands. This compare the values of a variable and result in terms of true or false. Logical operator and, or, and not, these operators gives true or false depending on the outcome of the different expressions. Okay, logical operators are being performed with the using your expressions. Okay, so then comes precedence of logical operator is not and or. Precedence of the logical operator is not and or. That is, if a statement contains all these three logical operators, the not operator will perform first. Okay, you know this all, you have learnt in your 9th standard. Okay, next comes what is logical or, what is logical and, what is logical not. Okay, I'll just read out over here. Even this you have learnt it in your earlier, you know it. So logical or, this operator is used to combine two or more conditional expression. Combination of two or more conditional expression has been done with logical or. It will result true if any one or more condition is true, otherwise false. Logical and, this operator is used to combine two or more expression in such a way that it will result it in true if all the expressions are true, otherwise it is false. Logical not, this operator is used when you want the reverse of the result of an expression. It is a unary operator because it uses a single operand. Okay, so logical or, combination of two or more conditional expression, it will result true if any one or more condition is true, otherwise false. Again, logical AND is used to combine two or more expression. Okay, two or more in expression in such a way when the result is true, it will result in true if all the expressions are true, otherwise false. And logical NOT will give you the reverse of the result of an expression. Cleared? OR combines two or more expression, result in true in any one of the expression test condition is true or else false. Logical AND again combines two or more expression in such a way if the result is true, expression if the result is true if all the expression are true, otherwise false. Logical NOT reverses the result of an expression. Clear? Next comes the new operator, import keyword and the dot operator. The new operator is used to allocate the space in the dynamic memory for storage of data and function belonging to an object in a Java programming. You know why new operator has been used? This has been used when you are creating an object in a class. Okay, so definition of a new operator has been given. Then what is the use of a import keyword? So import keyword is used when you call on the system package to perform the input and output task in a Java programming. Okay, so import java.util.star, import java.io.star. You are calling for the system package to perform the input and output task in the Java programming, and the dot operator is used to represent the scope of a function, that is a function belonging to object or a class. The dot operator makes a process easy by calling members of a class to carry out the task. Okay, these are the definitions that you are supposed to go through. Then comes the output statement. You know two output statement that we are using into a Java programming, that is system.out.print as well as system.out.println. Okay, you know this two statement, output statement that we are using. Okay, so what is the difference between system.out.print as well as system.out.println? Okay, so under SOP, what happens? The cursor remains in the same line of the screen after producing the result, and in your SOP LN, what happens? This statement is used the cursor is used in the next line of the screen after producing the result. So what happens? SOP, the cursor is in your same line, and SOP LN, the cursor goes to your next line when you are producing the result. So this is about your output statements. Then hierarchy of your operators. As in maths you are using your BODMAS system of hierarchy, in computers you are using your BEDMAS system of hierarchy. So order of operations are bracket, exponent, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Okay, bracket, exponent, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. And the last one is this, you are supposed to try by yourself. Try out in your notebook, that is a Java expression for the following. Two questions are here. I'll evaluate the following expressions. Two questions are here. Please evaluate and try it out in your notebook or else in your rough book. Okay, I expect that unit 4 has been understood by you all students. Okay, no doubt, as this is already learnt in your 9th standard, I expect you are aware of this, how it is working. Yes, any doubt in this you can ask later. Fine. Okay, in the next video I will start with my unit 5. Okay, till then I'll stop it here. Thank you.